See here, I've nearly finished this. Well, I have more or less finished this a little bit. You can see I've just done her trousers, just done the pumpkin. One thing I did want to see at all, you can see here I actually have a white and the white blender is coming out, and it's just really so you can differentiate in your markers which is the blender and which isn't. So the blender, I have to say, for graphite, it bleaches, but I don't know if you're picking this up on the camera because it is a little bit of a way away, but basically what I like to do is I take the end of my blender and I do tip is an absolute must-have on my blender. And what I like to do is I go back through the hair, and those little white highlights that I left before, I actually just run my blender across those, and it really does actually smooth out the colour. And it's because the inks are just so opaque, and I've never come across in virtually them all. This blender is the best blender that I've ever come across. The other thing that you will find as well is that if you've actually coloured something, for instance my hat here, I've actually coloured this, but it's not brilliantly, I haven't blended it particularly well, and what I like to do is just actually run over, as they tend to bleach the colour. With this, it doesn't lift the vibrancy, so as well as blending, you'll find that you can actually, if something will actually lift the vibrancy of tone a little bit. But what it tends to do is, rather than bleach and remove that colour, it actually moves it, and so it kind of starts to blend everything together a bit better. So if you've, for instance here on my trousers, if what I quite often do is, if I find that I've coloured something and it's looking a bit dark and there's not actually much tone in there, and I quite like it because it gives you a bit of a texture depending on the paper that you use. But basically I just run the blend, and it actually lifts the colour. And again, in here where I've got my little pumpkin eyes, I want to just blend those two where I've added a bit of Halloween in there. It's a colour that is actually called Halloween, so perfect for this image. And again, you know, you can actually kind of blend this colour. Now I will actually show you stupidly is that basically the before I go on to that, before I forget, you can use the blender obviously as a colour corrector, and again it's one of the best ones that I've come across. So if you go outside the lines, just take your pen and just push it back, and you can even do this with red. And again, that's something that I have struggled with in the past with other pens, with other blenders. But with this one, you can even push the red back, even if it's been dried for a few hours, or even the next day I've done it. It's not an issue at all. So you can just push that colour back. If you want to create dots, fantastic for doing that, for polka dots. There is also a fantastic product called Mix It Solution, Mix It Fluid. And basically your Mix It is an actual spray bottle of your blending solution from the blend pen. So excuse the football on the telly in the background. I'm not watching it, I wasn't even aware it was on. I've just had the telly on in the background. So I'm sorry that this image is looking really blurred, but hopefully you can see how nice it's actually come out. So that's my graphite image, sorry, my graphite markers using my Polkadoodles image. And you know, stay tuned, make sure you follow my YouTube channel because I will be posting more tutorials very, very soon. Thanks for watching this. Sorry it's been a bit of an episode with the 7 videos, but I hope you're finding it really useful. Make sure you come and join us on our Facebook group, which is Graphite Markers UK. Loads of inspiration from the design team, and don't forget to